I know a lot of you have looked at the title of this video and thought, you sound exactly like my mom. And I know I do, but who would have guessed our moms were actually right? We need to put the phone down, put the phone away because it'll ruin our work. And today I'm going to show you how to do that and why phones will be like so ruining towards your work and all the settings and stuff that I have on my phone to make sure that it is as far out of my mind as possible. So let's start this. So number one is that phones really like the notifications you get from phones really mess you up because each time you hear that ding or you have that buzz in your leg, your mind immediately like breaks off what you're doing immediately down to your phone. It's like, ooh, I wonder what's there. And you get this sort of curiosity that I need to check my notifications, I need to see who texted me. And that you can already see how that's gonna be a problem because you're typing away, you're on your computer, and you just, oh my phone. If you do that, like imagine doing that. You're trying to finish a project. Each time your phone rings, you like stop for a little bit. Phew. Could you see how long that would take you to finish? So that buzz in your pocket, every time you're doing something, it distracts you so much because you immediately want to check that and your brain becomes very curious and doesn't focus on the thing in front of you and focuses on what's on your phone instead. So that one, first of all, very important. So what I recommend, turn your phone on silent, turn your phone on do not disturb so nobody can get to you at all. Sorry. It's been, I don't know. I'm just tired today. But so nobody can really buzz your phone while you're working. But I found out there's this thing on phones, apparently, where if you have do not disturb on, people can still remind anyway or like buzz it anyway. So I know my brother and does that a lot where everybody he knows has do not disturb on. He just clicks buzz anyway. And, you know, really dumb idea because there's a reason we have do not disturb on. Yet he decides to buzz us anyways. So I also recommend hitting that little settings button and scrolling to notifications and turning everything off. Turn all the notifications off for everything unless you have a select few people that you want to know. If they texted you, like maybe your mom and your dad, just in case there's something important that they know. So that one is very important to me as well because I I need to like you need to make sure that there is a wall between you and the distractions of notification. And with do not disturb, the wall is kind of like this, it'll stop a lot of them. But if you say remind anyways, it'll just go right through that wall and you'll still get that buzzed. But with the notifications turning off, they all get closed up. So all the notifications you don't want coming to you are just blocked. And then if you have very important ones, they can just go around it. So do not disturb, silent mode, turn off all notifications. That will really help you with, not being distracted by the buzzing in your pocket every time someone texts you. So that one's very important. But also, I realized that especially nowadays, kids will always be like looking at their phones, kind of longing for it and wanting to play with it and imagining play with it, you know, getting very distracted by the fact the phone is simply sitting right there. So we also, one of the things I found, this one's a little weird, but if you turn your phone on grayscale, it becomes a lot less stimulating, it becomes w- way more boring. Sorry, my dad just shouted. I think he's playing video games though with my brother. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, your phone becomes way more boring, and you feel like you don't want to use it as much because it's on this gray screen instead of all these beautiful, brilliant colors. And I found that just by doing that simple, like all you have to do is go to on an iPhone at least. This is for an iPhone because I don't know about Android, but on iPhone, just click settings and scroll down to accessibility, then go to display and text size. Scroll down color filters. You should have color filters on grayscale. That one really helps me because it just makes me want to use my phone less because it's not as stimulating when all the colors are just different shades of gray. You know what I mean? So that one I found is pretty important. But if you don't want to turn on grayscale, I understand. Don't have to. But this next one, I really recommend you do. All you have to do is grab your phone, don't throw it, but grab it, pick it up, put it outside of your room while you're working, and then come back in. Because I realized that even when it's not notifications, people are always like looking over at their phones and they really just want to be on it all the time. They want to just grab their phone, start playing on it instead of doing work, and that distracts them as well. So if you can keep your phone out of sight, it'll be off your mind because you don't even feel like you have the option to be on your phone because it's not there with you. So I know, you know, that saying out of sight, out of mind. That's exactly the principle we're going to apply here. You know, we're going to keep this phone out of sight. So you're not going around worrying about it like, oh, I wish I could play on my phone right now. I see, wonder what's on Instagram right now. I wonder if anybody's texting me and I just haven't seen it. So out of sight, out of mind, very important for work. And, you know, having a phone, even if you're like a guy who meditates a lot and has a clear mind, having that phone will muddle your thoughts. It will break you out of that flow state and it will make it so much harder to really work because you're constantly wanting to grab your phone, pick it up and play with it instead of working. So that phone, very, very, very important to stay away from. And I know you're all like, "Oh, you sound like my mom right now." And I know I do, but hey, she was right, you know? Moms are right about a lot of things we don't believe, and we really need to cherish our moms and love them for what they are and all the wisdom they give us, even if we don't necessarily believe it right now, but still do that. And I know I've talked about all this. Phones are bad, phones are bad. This is the thing that's ruining your work, all of this. But, phones will hold you back. But it doesn't matter if you have a phone if you're not doing the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. You need to always be doing the work, You can't blame it on your phone that you're not doing work. You have to do all the work first. That's why I'm here early in the morning, still yawning and groggy. Well, not very groggy, but still yawning, I guess. Making these videos for you because I know that I won't be able to do the work later. I won't want to do the work later. It won't be as good later. So I'm right here making it for you. So do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. See you guys next time. Keep